Hi, I'm Nora Rakwach and this is the time management session. Welcome. First of all, I would love to congratulate you because majority of the people just talk about that I'm not where I want to be, I should be doing this, I shouldn't be doing that, and they are literally loading themselves with shoes and not doing anything. But you are, because you are here and taking the first essential step that takes the greatest courage to do. So congratulations from the bottom of my heart. The purpose I made this video available because I want to give you the opportunity to get to know me, get to know my style, how the sessions will be structured, and most importantly, how you will feel. And if you are going to feel inspired, if you are going to feel motivated and you start building the momentum, then the only thing I can say is don't wait one more second, but visit my website, which is norarakwach.com. You can find it under the video and continue your journey with my support today. And I'm going to give you my greatest understanding, best tools, strategies and techniques that most backed by science and applied by millions of people successfully and just waiting for you. And luckily, we are all different. There is no one fit for all. That's why you will find more ideas, techniques, and those tools that you can start applying today to keep practicing and find which one works you best, and then make your own version of that to leverage the benefit even better. And during the session, if you may want to make notes, do it by hand. Don't use device or typing, because each time you write down by hand, you are going to memorize and remember that, because each time you engage your brain in that way. And besides practicing and repetition, this is another essential to shorten the period of time to get to your desires. Now let's start. Starting with time management is key to succeed, and I want you to have lasting success, and I don't want you to settle for anything less than your desires. And to get time management right on daily level is the base and the foundation to do each and other levels and the level of life, to master that, because that's my wish for you. And talking about time, that is our most precious asset. That's what everyone is lacking of, rushing after and running. And I'm telling you, that is going to be the most difficult, to find the time to do the work, to practice and schedule the next session with me. Hence we start with this, and it all starts with becoming aware, because we spend over 95% of our day unconsciously and running on autopilot programs. If you think of a time when you learned something new, how to use a new device, how to ride a bike, how to drive a car, cook, how to do anything, in the beginning you said to yourself, it's so difficult, so many steps, it's so complex, and I will never learn how to do it. But as time went by, you kept practicing. Even when you failed, you learned from it, you get better in it, and you didn't even notice, but it became second nature, and it just happened automatically, and it became unconscious. And so if you think it through with me, that if you get up in the same time every day, you get the same morning routine, the same breakfast, then you go to work to the same journey and the same route. At work, spend that with the same people, going for lunch to the same place, after work doing the same routine, the shopping, the cleaning, the catch-up, the gaming, the television program, and then going to sleep to start it all over again the next day. And that is how it's been going, and your current, and if nothing is changes, you see that this is going to be the predictable, the known future, and your desire is not there. You need to shift to the direction of your desire, and that's why we are here. That's why I'm here, to support you and to walk with you and to guide you to shift towards your direction, to that desire. Because you will see by the end of this session that there are thousands of things seeking our attention during the day. And you will understand that wherever our attention goes, that's where our energy flows. And realizing the fact that there are so many things that you spend time that don't even matter, that has nothing to do with your goal and desire, or you are spending things which you can't control, and learning what to focus on, what you can control, and other situations, how you react and how you respond, that's the key. And now let me show you something on the table. Give me 2 seconds. Now you can see here just a few examples of how many things are seeking your attention, starting from the morning when you wake up. You check on your emails, what are the newest promotions, discounts you get, then what messages and social media you may miss during your sleep, and then getting to do the breakfast and enjoy a few minutes with children or partner, watch the first news of the day, what you may miss also during the night, and then getting to work, spending that time there with the boss, colleagues and others, and after work make sure that you pay the bills, then you do the shopping, the cleaning, you get home catching up, feeding the pets, and making the gaming or watching television. So what do you think? Where do you not or barely spend any time? Where is that? Because that is with yourself. That's where you spend barely any, if any time. Because you let all these things come all over the place. And you may even, as you are underneath those layers and facades, you even build a persona and identity there to deal with all this. And what we are going to do here is to uncover and that connection that you lost with yourself and with your desire and dream life. We are going underneath and facing that truth and uncovering layer by layer and getting closer every time. You can even think about it as a puzzle that by each session we go through together, you are going to put the next pieces into the right place. And I'm here to do it with you and put together that picture together, which is going to be your desire, that goal and dream life that you deserve. Because I know that you got all what it takes, and I'm here to support you and do all the information and everything that you need to progress and take these steps forward. So now let's go and let's see what is that technique that you can start doing today. First, let me clean up the table and put it up for you. You can find all this and even more in the workbook. And before we jump in to go through step by step, I want you to be open-minded as we go through and honest with yourself, because this is for you and for your future and desire. And let's start. You don't need to buy now or order any fancy notebooks or calendars, planners. Just grab a white paper or a used notebook, whatever, and write these down. It's not a lot. It's about start doing it today and start becoming aware. And also, you may notice in the beginning that it seems really difficult, and you may want to stop doing, or you may even stop doing it, because that inner self-talk and thoughts coming up and say that, why are you doing this? What's the point? You are going to fail. You are just stressing yourself. Or the same may happen, that the external problems coming, or people who try to talk you out and say that, just come with us this time, one more time, this night out, that drink, and whatever it is. And each time when that happens, you catch yourself, you become aware of that, and you start questioning if that's really supporting you. And if not, then you say no, and you close out all those distractions or those unnecessary thoughts which cause you illusions and unnecessary troubles and stress. You close them out and you stay focused on the direction where you are heading, where's your vision, and you take what's supporting you. So now let's start. The beginning of this is about becoming aware, which starts with what you are doing throughout the day. In the first few days, you may want to do it as you go along. And also another tip, write down everything, even when you would say to yourself that, oh, it's so small, it's just a few minutes. No. Write that down, because everything affects everything, either on a high or lower level. So let's start. The first is about that 24-hour, what we all have. Here, let me put a few as an example. And then what you have been doing, so let's put here a few of those. Then the morning routine, getting to work. Then after work, whether it be, let's say, the shopping. Then at home, let's put the cleaning, social media. In terms of social media, you may want to do it when you do it, the reflection. Just check your phone in the end of the day, and that is going to tell you how many hours you spend there. Also, if there's any gaming that you do, or television program, whatever it is, write down everything and be honest with yourself. Then how long? Let's say it's 6 hours, then the shopping would be 45 minutes, then the cleaning another 30 minutes, then social media, let's put that 2.5 hours, it wouldn't be surprising, the gaming another hour and a half, and let's say television another hour and a half. So now, and what I highly recommend you to do is to do the second part towards the end of the day, when there's quiet around. You don't rush, you have the time to take and just go through it, to do that reflection and ask the question, what value and benefit did I get out of doing this activity? How did it take me closer to my vision? Give you an example. If there would be there for me workout, let's say in the morning to start my day, then that outcome, so that gives me energized, makes me energized to take the tasks throughout the day, which takes me towards my goal. And that will also answer for the next one, which is the priority. Is that a higher or lower priority for me? Because that is the value I get, that's going to be high. But let's say, talking about social media, whatever reasons you may come up, that this is the reason, that question that and be honest. And you will find that some of those will be just illusions and excuses that you make up yourself. And then I'm not asking you to stop doing anything straight away. There are so many ways of dealing with them. You will find it in the workbook. So now let's see that after you got the priority, the last one is about asking, is it outsourceable? Is there a better way of doing that, or a new alternative? And you may say that, again, catch those thoughts which come up and say that, I know what's right for me. This is the best way because this is always the way it is. And then ask the question, what if there's any better way I didn't think of? Or ask the question, what would I do if I would want to make it even better, more efficient? Ask this question. Let's see, can you outsource sleep? As of today, we can't. We can't ask someone to have a sleep for us. So it's going to be a no. But let's say shopping. What if you would talk to your great friend, who is, by the way, your neighbor, and then you agree that your neighbor would do the shopping for you as well, and then in 3 days' time you do it for yourself and for your neighbor. And so then there's 45 minutes of saving a day. Then talking about cleaning, you may want to do the same. I'm not saying or thinking to ask the neighbor to do it for you, but let's say that someone in your household or loved one, they would be able to support you, and that is 30 minutes for you there. Social media, I'm not asking, don't worry, I'm not asking you to stop doing, but what if you would spend 30 minutes less? The same with gaming. Just one less try, that's another 30 minutes. And what if you would watch one less of those news that you already watched 5 times during the day? And here, this is what you are going to get from this exercise, that here you found 2 hours a day. This is now the time, you got it, to spend with yourself on things that really matters, to start doing the techniques, apply, practice, to start understanding, reiterating, repeating, and schedule the next session with me. Now you can do that because that's here. And again, I'm not here to teach you anything you don't know. I'm here to share the information and the tools, the techniques, which you are then going to apply, find which one works you best, make your own version. And while you do that, you are going to do that shift and progressing each and every time you do that. And now, as we get towards the end of this session, I want to reiterate the message that this is about to get that right information and knowledge, to keep practicing, to understand and remember, appreciate and love. And I wish I inspired you and you started building the momentum to continue your journey with my support. In that case, visit my website, which is norarakvach.com. Thank you so much for your attention. See you there.